the Mavka's song that steals breath. Opening, low, slow voice, almost a whisper over faint wind and distant strings. If you ever find yourself in the Carpathians after sunset, when the fog rolls thick through the pines and the last light bleeds out behind the peaks, and you hear a woman singing, do not stop. Do not listen. Run. Because that song isn't just beautiful. It slips inside your chest. And breath by breath, it takes your life. Deep in the Ukrainian Carpathians, in the wild heart of the mountains around Yablunytsia, the forests are older than memory. Endless firs stand like silent sentinels. The air smells of resin, wet moss, and something faintly metallic, like old blood. Even today, in 2026, the old people still speak quietly about the mavky, forest spirits. Girls who died too soon, drowned in mountain streams, lost to heartbreak, killed by jealous hands. Their souls never left. They became part of the woods, beautiful, eternal, and always hungry. They don't age, they cast no shadow. And if you look closely, if you dare, you can see through their backs, a beating heart, lungs that rise and fall, but never with your air. In the autumn of this year, a young man named Andrei came to Yablunytsia. 28, from Ivano-Frankivsk, a photographer chasing perfect shots for his Instagram, golden larches, misdraped peaks, the kind of images that get thousands of likes. He rented a small wooden house on the edge of the village. The hosts warned him the same way everyone warns strangers. Don't go into the forest behind Chornohora after dark. There's singing there. Andrei laughed. I don't believe in fairy tales, he said. But fairy tales believe in us. That evening, the fog was so dense his headlamp barely cut 2 meters ahead. He had lost the trail hours earlier. The GPS on his phone died. The map became useless white noise. He was about to build a fire when he heard it. A voice. Soft at first, a woman's voice singing, pure, heartbreaking, ancient. Words in a language no living person speaks anymore, yet somehow he understood the longing in every note. It felt like warm hands wrapping around his freezing fingers, like coming home after years away. Andrei stopped breathing for a second. The song soothed every ache, the blisters on his feet, the loneliness he never admitted, the quiet fear that life was slipping past him. His heartbeat slowed to match the rhythm. His breathing deepened, matched the melody, became part of it. Just a little closer, he thought. One photo, then I turn back. He walked toward the sound. The forest opened for him. Branches drew aside like curtains. Roots sank into the earth so he wouldn't stumble. The fog caressed his calves, guiding him deeper. Time dissolved. Minutes, hours, he couldn't tell. Now the voice was singing his name. Andrei, Andrei. It was tender, intimate, possessive. He didn't notice his breaths were growing shallower, that each inhale took more effort, that his chest felt tight, as if an invisible cord was slowly tightening around his ribs. He stepped into a small clearing. She was there. The Mavka. Hair like moonlight mixed with moss, falling in endless waves. Skin pale as birch bark, almost glowing in the unnatural silver light that had no source. Eyes huge, emerald green, no pupils, only bottomless forest depths. A thin white dress clung to her, moving though the air was dead still. And behind her, Andrei saw. Her back was open, transparent, like glass, a heart beating slowly, lungs expanding and contracting. But the air inside them wasn't the air he was struggling to pull in. It was something else, something stolen. She sang without moving her lips. The voice came from everywhere, the trees, the ground, the mist, and from inside his own chest. He took one step closer and felt it. With every note, a little more air left him, not exhaled, pulled, drained. Each phrase of the song drank a sip of his life force. His memories flickered. His mother's kitchen, summer evenings in the city, the smell of coffee in the morning, all fatting, flowing toward her. She was so beautiful it hurt. I want to stay, the thought came unbidden. Forever. But somewhere deep, terror woke. He turned, ran. The forest answered. Roots erupted from the soil, snaking around his ankles. Branches lashed his face, tore his jacket. The fog thickened into a choking white wall. Every direction looked the same. Trees missed her song. Andrii, don't run, breathe with me. The voice was no longer gentle. It was ravenous, triumphant. He fell to his knees, hands clawed at his throat, lungs burned. Black spots exploded across his vision. His heart slammed wildly, desperate, then slowed. In his mind, he heard his grandmother's voice from childhood. If you hear singing, cover your ears. If you see her, don't look into her eyes. If you feel your breath leaving, whisper the prayer. His lips moved. Our Father. The song stuttered, just for one heartbeat. But it was too late. He collapsed face down into the moss. One last shallow gasp like a sob, eyes rolled back. Heartbeat stopped. 3 days later, the search party found only his backpack. The camera lay beside it, lens cracked, but the last photo survived. A clearing, fog, a female silhouette staring straight into the lens. And in Andrei's lungs, nothing, emptied, as if every molecule of air had been carefully sipped away. The old people in Yablunytsia say that now, in that part of the forest, 2 voices sing on autumn nights when the fog lies low. One is ancient, pure, eternal. The other is young, male, sad. They sing together. Forever. So if you ever walk those trails after dark, and you hear a woman singing your name, remember. Don't listen. Because the Mavka's song doesn't just steal breath. It steals you. Long pause, complete silence. If this story gave you chills, please hit like. It helps these tales reach more people who love the dark side of folklore. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you want more Carpathian horrors and ancient legends. And in the comments, have you ever heard something strange in the woods? What's the creepiest local story from your region? I read every single one. Stay safe out there. And keep your breath close. See you in the next darkness.